I made a small sale yesterday, which is great in this early stage, and I've done a thank you card, which is a very small print of my flirty witch. So I'm really hoping that Karen likes this. Hi, Ollie. Do you want some treats? Yeah, you like these treats, don't you? Oh, goodness, they smell bad. They smell bad, don't they? Yeah. Oh, that was good. That was good. Oh, my goodness. No, no. Oh, my goodness. Okay, last one. Last one. Oh, the focus. The focus. Here you go. Well done, buddy. That's it. That's it, buddy. That's it. I'm just going through and listing some of my new stickers on Etsy. And so, first step is to take photographs of them. So this is the item and this is the photograph that I've now got in Photoshop. But, can't see it on camera, but in real life it is very, very blue. So, what I'm going to do is go on to Image, Adjustments, Levels. Right, and then we're going to do the white balance, which is this little colour picker here. And then pick something that is completely white. So this is a white thing on a white background. So I can click either of these two. So I'll click this, and there we go. That is just telling the computer that this value right here that I clicked should be absolute white. Therefore, whatever it's not, it is adjusting the colours. So there we go, and this looks, it probably doesn't look that right on the camera. So we're on a camera, looking at a screen, looking at other stuff, but it does actually look more like the real thing now.
Hi everyone. It's actually been a few weeks now since the last clip, and that's mostly because I've needed some time. We've had a bit of bad news in the family, and I just needed to take a bit of time to emotionally deal with it. The bad news is, unfortunately, my dog Ollie has been ill. We noticed that he was having some stomach troubles. He was very tender in his abdomen, so we rushed him to the vet, and then they x-rayed him and showed that his spleen was about 3 or 4 times the size it should have been, and that it would need to be removed before it ruptured. So he had a surgery, and that all went well, but there was a mass, a very large mass on his spleen, and they sent it off for testing. In the meantime, we brought Ollie home, and he was recovering really well, but we had to keep an eye, very close eye on him as he was healing, make sure that he wasn't messing with his stitches or anything like that. And that kind of took up all my focus. But in the last week or so, we've had the results come in, and unfortunately the mass that they removed was an aggressive form of lymphoma. Obviously, we are incredibly devastated to hear this. But the prognosis is at least a little bit more reassuring. As soon as we got the diagnosis, we took him to be scanned. It was a full body CT scan to basically see how bad this aggressive cancer is. When we got the results back, the vet was very confused because his scan was clear. We can't see any masses in the scan at all. So he went back to the people who had tested the sample and asked them to basically test it again, because he thought it was going to be riddled with tumours. We got the results back this morning to say it definitely is the bad cancer, but we don't know whether it was all contained within the spleen, which is incredibly rare. The spleen pumps blood, it generates blood and pumps it through the entire body, so for it to not have gone from the spleen would be incredibly rare and incredibly lucky. The other alternative is that it has moved, but it's dormant, and it could spring up and basically ravage him anytime. So it looks like we're gonna have to go down the chemo route with him. It's obviously very expensive, but we don't have the savings for it. But we have access to credit cards and 0% deals, and we are going to get him the best care available, whatever is best for him, and pay back the credit cards or finance or whatever we need to do at a later date. We just want to focus on Ollie at the moment. We do have insurance, but with all the scans and the tests and obviously the surgery to remove the spleen, there's an annual limit, and we've now surpassed that. So yes, it's going to be a very expensive rest of the year, but we just want to get him healthy and well. With regards to the art you're seeing, I actually hated how it came out. I was so focused on the mechanics of the hand and the size of the apple that I completely forgot that I wanted to make this kind of creepy. So I decided to go back in digitally on Procreate and basically do it right. So here is me going back in with the original sketch, and I wanted to make the hands very, very gnarled. So as if it was either very old or like a dead hand, and then just go through and try to. I don't know if I've gone for more a zombie look or whether it is just a very withered old hand, but that was kind of the Halloweeny kind of witchy vibe I was going for. So we'll see if it works out. I do really like how this turned out, so I'm thinking of doing a print with it and also making it into a sticker, quite a large sticker, I think, because I want to be able to see the fine details on there. I even added blood to the apple to make it even more spooky. I wanted to have a different contrast to this, to have it like a cartoony hand and apple, but actually quite a lifelike CGI kind of blood. I thought that added an extra dynamic to it.
Hi. So I've either done something that is good for me or incredibly silly, depending on how you take it with all the rest of the stress I've got going on in my life. But I've placed an order with Zap Creatives, and it is for 5 designs of the maple charms, 2 metal pins, and 100 stickers, of which I can have 10 designs, because they had a really good offer for stickers, even though they're a bit bigger than I would have had myself. But with the offer, I just couldn't pass it up. So I have 3 out of the 5 maple charms that I want to do, and I have included the poison apple because I love it. The metal pins is going to be a dolphin. From one of my other sticker sheets, it's going to be this dolphin. I just kind of thought that was cute. Maybe eventually I will move to all the other ones, but that's what I want to do. That is going to be a new metal pin. It's an eco-friendly version of an enamel pin, so we will see what they look like. I'm hoping, because they can be manufactured in the UK, actually just down the road from me really, that this will be so much more eco-friendly. And the stickers, I've only got 4 out of 10 designs done. And I need to send this off next Friday at the latest. It's currently Thursday, so I've just got over a week to get another 6 designs. We shall see. I've obviously given myself quite a tight deadline when I've got a lot of stress in my life, which is why I kind of think this was a little bit silly. I should probably have just gone for 5 designs instead of 10, but there you go. The next one that I want to be trying to do is this one, which is a plague doctor. I was thinking of doing sort of like the plague doctor, and maybe some in the olden times they used to have like posies and smelling salts, or like very smelly flowers to get the stench away basically. So I was going to do it with like a floral thing around it, so still very creepy but a little bit of floral in there. So we shall see how that turns out. Probably finish that next week and see how we can do with filling up all these. What have I done to myself? Oh well.